Hello and a warm welcome to day 7 of our 21 days to empowerment journey. So today we are going to talk about cleansing of thoughts. But before we get into what exactly is cleansing of thoughts, let's take a quick recap of whatever we've done so far. So we started our journey with creating our desire list, or in a way making a vision for the year 2022. Then we moved on to getting specific. That is, we created goals for this vision for 2022. Then we created visual representations. That is, we created something like a mini vision board. Then we defined up our codes and affirmations. Then we worked on our mindset and we set an optimistic mindset. From there, we moved on to building ourselves in such a way that we always remain open to receiving whatever the universe sends to us. We receive it in the same way that it is coming. So now, after having done all that, we now come to cleansing of thoughts and mental showers. So what exactly do we mean by cleansing of thoughts or taking mental showers? Before we learn anything new, we need to unlearn certain things. So it is like when we do cleansing of a body or we take showers, we remove whatever is unwanted things or unwanted particles or unwanted gas that has stuck onto our body. So we cleanse everything from our body and we give ourselves a refreshing feeling. Similarly, cleansing of thoughts or taking mental showers is like before we learn anything new, we need to unlearn certain things. So we need to create space in our mind and in our thoughts so that all the old thoughts or all the old notions that we have created are giving space to new thoughts and new ideas and new aspirations. So things which unnecessarily cloud our minds, our thoughts, and they cause hindrance to our growth and success, we need to remove all these, or we need to cleanse all these so that we can move forward and we can grow. So this is what I call cleansing of thoughts. So removing the old unwanted thoughts which are unnecessarily clouding our mind and our thoughts, and giving space to new ways, new aspirations, new mindset. Now, we must ensure that this is a continuous process. We must ensure that we get into the habit of learning to unlearn so that no one is occupying our thoughts or our mind space. But then you might want to ask as to how is this going to help us, because we've always lived in this state that we keep learning more and more and we keep accumulating everything in our heads. But now, Meenakshi, you are telling us to unlearn whatever is not wanted. So then how is it actually going to help us? Okay, so the answer to this is this will prevent us from making unwanted judgments and projections. So, I'll give you a small example. There was this small child. He was around 2 year old and he was playing with his toys. So he was sitting in one part of his room and he was playing toys. Suddenly he sees that there's a creature coming crawling towards him with a number of legs. So far, he had not seen any such creature who had so many legs and he was so smartly moving towards the child. Now, this was actually a spider. But then the child had never seen a spider before, and so he didn't know what a spider is actually. For him, the spider was very attractive. The way he was moving with all his legs, one step at a time, one step at a time, the child was very curious to learn as to what this is. So the spider slowly crawls and he starts climbing on the child. And slowly, he reaches and sits on the shoulder of the child. Now, the child is very happy because he now feels that, this new creature, exciting looking creature with so many legs, is sitting on his shoulder, and the child is smiling away to the creature, very happy. Suddenly, the mom of the child comes into the room, and the moment she sees the spider, she just shouts, pulls away the spider, and just kicks it again and again and again with her foot and kills the spider. The child is left uh, surprised as to what is happening because he doesn't know what is happening. But then the mother tells the child that, look, this creature, which is called a spider, is harmful, is dangerous. And the moment you see such a creature, you must crush it immediately. Now, the child stores it as a memory in his mind that, okay, if such a creature ever comes in your vicinity, the first thing that you have to do is you have to crush it. Now, this memory stays with the child even when he grows up. So now, even if he tries to understand, that a spider is not harmful, it will not say anything to you unless you go and finger it up. But then he has that memory, so he is not able to convince himself that no, a spider is not a dangerous animal. So, what he has to do here, if he wants to convince himself that yes, the spider is not a dangerous animal, he has to first remove that memory from his mind, where he has in his mind that yes, the spider is a dangerous animal. So, similarly, we have ample other thoughts, ample other notions that have been created to us, that have been given to us, that have been passed on to us, that we store in our mind. And these memories or these statements, they don't allow us to think in certain ways. They do not allow us to make judgments and projections that can be in our favor. So, in order to stop them doing this, in order to prevent them from harming our growth, we need to first cleanse our minds and our thoughts of all these memories. Right? Good. So, just as keeping our body clean is important, keeping our minds is even more important, because if the mind gets full with all the unwanted things, it will stop our growth. It will not allow us to think in a rational way and do what is actually good for us. So every morning, before you start your day, before you get into your daily routines, check if there is anything that is to be cleaned. Cleanse it along with the body shower that you do. For me, I follow one golden rule: RAAT GAYI BAAT GAYI, which means anything which is not required to be carried forward to the next day finishes off just as the night finishes off. So the day is not going to come back. Similarly, the thing should not be brought back to the next day. So forget any grudges. Choose to accept or forget or release or confront. The choice is yours. But tell yourself repeatedly, whatever is gone is gone. You cannot undo it. Surely you cannot undo it. But then what you can do, you can declutter your mind from the thoughts, close the chapter which is preventing you from taking good leaps, preventing you from moving forward, and just move on. Similarly, at the soul level, check in any lesson or patterns God might be wanting you to learn. It could be anything. anything new that really can impact your life. Repeatedly ask yourself certain questions. Am I still people pleasing? Am I being too nice? Am I standing up for myself? Did I communicate my boundaries? Can I choose to be kind? Can I forgive without the person even apologizing? Try to find an answer to all these questions on a daily basis before you actually move to the next day. Always end your day with gratitude for this person who taught you more from this one episode that may be your whole week or month's growth trajectory. If you don't do it currently, if you do not maintain a gratitude journal, start maintaining a gratitude journal. And in your gratitude journal, type, I recognize the disguised angels of my life and thank them for who I am becoming. I am loving it. Get into the habit of writing the journal daily. So, what is your assignment for today? One, you have to get into the practice of writing journals, the gratitude journal. You have to ask yourself questions repeatedly, which will ensure that you are on the fast track growth path of your life. So, questions like, am I still people pleasing? Am I being too nice? Am I standing up for myself or not? Did I communicate my boundaries? Can I choose to be kind? Can I forgive without the person even apologizing? So, you must have an answer to these questions on a day to day basis and see how you progress in your life and on your growth path. So that's it for today. We will catch up tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care and be safe.